Imagine waking up tomorrow and you're 25 years old again. No wealth, no reputation, no connections, just time. Now imagine having the knowledge of someone who became one of the richest investors in history. That's exactly the thought experiment billionaire investor Warren Buffett has talked about many times. Buffett didn't build his fortune through shortcuts, luck, or complicated financial tricks. He built it through simple principles, applied consistently for decades. But here's the interesting part. When Buffett reflects on his life, he often says that if he had to start over today with nothing, he would follow the exact same mental framework. Not because it's easy, but because it works. And according to Buffett, most people don't fail financially because they lack intelligence. They fail because they follow the wrong habits early in life. So if Warren Buffett were 25 years old again today, these are the 6 things he would focus on immediately. And if you understand these ideas early enough, they can completely change the trajectory of your financial life.
Buffett has always said that the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Not in stocks, not in real estate, not even in a business, but in your own knowledge. When Buffett was young, he spent hours every day reading, not just casually browsing, but deeply studying businesses, markets, and the psychology of investors. In fact, Buffett once said that he still spends about 80% of his day reading and thinking, because knowledge compounds just like money. Every book you read, every concept you understand, every mistake you analyze, all of it stacks on top of itself. Most people spend their 20s chasing quick money. Buffett would spend his 20s building a powerful mind, because once your thinking improves, your financial decisions improve automatically. And over decades, those decisions become millions of dollars.
If there's one concept Buffett wishes everyone understood early, it's compound interest. It's the quiet force behind almost every large fortune. And it's also the reason most people struggle financially, because compounding rewards patience, not speed. Buffett bought his first stock when he was just 11 years old, not because he expected to get rich overnight, but because he understood that time is the most powerful multiplier. Let's put it this way. If you invest a modest amount consistently for decades, the growth becomes exponential. But most people start too late. They wait until their 30s or 40s to take investing seriously, and by then, they've already lost their most valuable asset, time. Buffett once joked that his wealth really began compounding when he was still a teenager. So if he were 25 again, he wouldn't wait. He would start investing immediately, even if the amount was small. Because compounding doesn't care how much you start with, it only cares how long you stay invested. One of the biggest traps young professionals fall into is lifestyle inflation. You earn more money, and suddenly your lifestyle expands to match it. Better apartment, new car, expensive gadgets, luxury vacations. But here's what Buffett understood early. Your wealth is not determined by how much you earn. It's determined by how much you keep. Despite being worth billions, Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. He isn't obsessed with impressing people, because most luxury purchases are not investments. They are liabilities disguised as success. If Buffett were 25 again today, he would still live well below his means. Not because he couldn't afford more, but because every dollar saved becomes capital, and capital creates freedom. There's a powerful quote Buffett often repeats. You will move in the direction of the people you associate with. Your environment shapes your decisions more than you realize. If your friends spend every weekend chasing status, you'll likely do the same. If your circle values learning, discipline, and long-term thinking, those habits become normal. Buffett credits much of his success to surrounding himself with brilliant thinkers. One of the most important people in his life was his longtime business partner, Charlie Munger. Munger constantly challenged Buffett's thinking. He forced him to improve his decision-making, and over time, that partnership created one of the most successful investing records in history. So if Buffett were 25 again, he would focus intensely on the people around him, because the right circle accelerates your growth, and the wrong one quietly destroys it. Most people make financial decisions based on the next few months. Buffett thinks in decades. This is one of the most important mental shifts young people can make. Short-term thinking creates emotional decisions. Market volatility scares people. Temporary losses trigger panic. But Buffett has always believed that investing is not about predicting the next quarter. It's about owning great businesses for long periods of time. This philosophy became the foundation of Buffett's investment company, Berkshire Hathaway. Instead of trading constantly, Buffett buys businesses he believes will thrive for decades, and that patience has produced extraordinary returns. If he were 25 again, Buffett would ignore short-term noise. He would focus entirely on long-term value, because wealth is built slowly and then suddenly. Motivation advisor. Buffett once said something incredibly powerful. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. Your reputation becomes your most valuable asset over time. It determines who trusts you, who wants to work with you, who wants to invest with you, and who opens doors for you. In business and investing, trust compounds just like money. Buffett built his entire career on integrity. Investors trusted him because he was honest, disciplined, and transparent. That reputation allowed him to build relationships that created enormous opportunities. If Buffett were 25 again today, he would guard his reputation fiercely, because once people trust you, opportunities multiply. But once that trust disappears, it's almost impossible to recover. Motivation advisor. If Warren Buffett were starting over at 25 today, he wouldn't chase shortcuts, he wouldn't gamble on trends, and he wouldn't obsess over getting rich quickly. Instead, he would focus on a small set of powerful principles. Invest deeply in your mind. Start compounding as early as possible. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Choose your environment carefully. Think in decades, not months. And protect your reputation like your life depends on it. Because in the end, wealth is not built through luck. It's built through disciplined decisions, repeated over time. And the earlier you adopt these habits, the more powerful their results become.